Hi guys, this is Aries Moon Girl, and this is another live chat on Sun Moon Rising combinations. I should just schedule this in the diaries, guys. Have a set hour for Sundays, so when everyone knows that I'm going live, so you can join me. Today, I'm just gonna do a few more Sun Moon Rising combinations, and if some of you are having trouble showing up, I'm just gonna start with the ones that I had as requested from the last live video. So let me just look for this. Let me just look at the last comments in the videos. I'm a bit under the weather today. Hi, outspoken introvert. Hi. A bit out under the weather because I had my second vaccine yesterday and I'm a bit tired, so bear with me. I'll try to get a bit more energy. So if I can see your guys' live chats, if you want any combination, Sun, Moon, Rising, write it down there. I'm gonna start with one request that I had from the previous video, and in the meantime, if you guys think of any of your own combinations or any friends that you would like to have analyzed, write me. The one that I'm gonna do is, one second, opening up. I had one last request and it was, I remember it was Scorpio moon. I found another one in the meantime. So Capricorn sun, Aquarius moon, and rising. Libra sun, Leo moon, and Sagittarius rising. Lovely. I'll do that. Okay, let's start with that, and then I'll do Capricorn sun, Aquarius moon, and rising as well. So you said, hi Uncle Dan. Hi. Leo, Sagittarius, and Sagittarius, rising and moon. Oh, so much fire. Hi Amanda. My mom is also here, guys. Say hi to my mom, Gabriela. Okay. Hi. We're getting a lot of combinations through. Good. It's gonna be an interesting one. Okay, so let's start with Libra sun, Leo moon, Sagittarius rising. Libra, do you guys want me to go into the differences between the sun, moon, and rising, or you know them by now? I just don't want to repeat myself. Hi mom. Yeah, people are saying hi to my mom. Yeah. So do you guys want to hear about the sun, moon, rising combination first, and before I go into what it means? I'll just do the short summary. So sun is our mission in life. Sun, if you think of this earth, what mostly impacts the earth with seasons, with our daily life, and so it's the sun. So that's kind of what impacts the person as well. So sun is you know them. Okay, I won't repeat them too many times because I know you guys know so much. So okay, sun is our mission in life, is our personality, our long-term spiritual journey. Moon is the subconscious mind, is the inner self, is what we need to understand in order to understand ourselves and nurture ourselves. And the rising sign is that interface that we have with other people, and it also guides our path in life. If you think all the houses are influenced by that rising sign, so starting with the rising sign, then all your destiny is kind of mapped out. So rising is also beyond that interface that we have with people. It kind of determines the path of our daily existence, of our life. Okay, so I said Libra sun, and I was talking about the spiritual journey. So someone that has a Libra sun, Libra is an air sign. Libra is the seventh sign of the zodiac. Libra is a cardinal sign. Many people don't know about Libra's cardinal is, as I always say, focused on achieving things, focuses the energy outside of them onto something else. With Libra, because it's an air sign and it's the partnership sign, usually it's focused on the interpersonal relationships with people. So that energy that Aries focuses on a goal, then Libra focuses on that relationship between people. Air signs value very much intellect and value very much things that have to do with a rational approach in life. So Libra is ruled by Venus, so he's considered one of the beauty signs and all of this. But when I think of Libras, usually that beauty is also very well harmonized, very well tempered, and that's through a rational outlook in life. So it's not raw energy. It's more of a I don't know. Venus takes a very gentle approach in Libra. Venus takes a very beautiful approach. Venus takes, okay, what's the measured thing to wear? What's the measured thing to say? What's the measured thing to do? What, you know, like what's exactly the right amount of politeness, the right amount of style, the right amount, you know, like not going over the top with anything, and just discovering that balance, that harmony. And Libra is kind of always striving for that. So many times you'll find if a Libra is out of balance, they are striving to get back into that harmony. So people say they are very diplomatic. I think sometimes they can use also fights or things like that to get back the harmony. Like they really strive for beauty. So the spiritual journey of a Libra is kind of that, achieving that harmony in life, you know, like achieving that well-tempered life, well-tempered relationship with the ones around you, you know, like everything just in the right place. And I really appreciate this. Through having a lot of Aries, you go overboard with a lot of things, but Libra being the opposite sign kind of comes into really temper, you know, like the too muchness of it. Okay, but then we said Leo moon, and let me see the rising again, and Sagittarius rising, so beautiful. You guys know that Leo moon is one of my favorite signs, and I call it the playful king or queen, because Leo is that generous energy. Leo wants to give. By the way, if I were to think of these three signs that you gave me, I would say that generosity is one of the words that comes through. I think both Libra, Leo, and Sagittarius, generosity is Santa Claus moon, Leo moon. Yeah, Santa Claus could be a Leo moon. Yeah, exactly. That's, you know, like the joy of giving and making others happy. Yeah, so I would say that Libra, Leo, and Sagittarius, all three very generous signs. Free spirit, beauty loving, generous signs. I like pancake. Okay, good. So I was talking about that Leo moon. So you have that inner need to kind of, you know, express yourself. Leo moon like needs to have some recognition. Let's not go around the bush with Leos. Leos need to have the recognition. If they are not getting it, they don't feel themselves and they don't feel well in themselves. So it's not necessarily like they it's not necessarily that okay, let me, okay. So it's not necessarily that Leo moons really demand the attention, but they do things in order to kind of cause that attention. I've always been to that. I would always give my last. Yeah, it's a very generous combination. It's because Leo likes to please others. Libra likes to please others. Sagittarius likes to give. It's all very very open energy, and it's all very yeah, very much an energy of creating beauty around you, being recognized for what you create and give, but you know, like just giving to people out of a very nurturing, good place. So yeah, I was saying Leo moon, you need to be recognized. One trouble that you might have here, um, I'm not from Nebraska, I'm in the UK now. I'm originally from Romania, but I live in London, UK. So one thing that you like is giving, but you like to kind of make others feel good around you. You know, like that person that makes jokes, you know, like just to make others feel welcomed and mm, just in a good state around you. Like that's the Leo moon. Sometimes Leo moons cannot acknowledge that they are struggling with some things. That can be the bad side of Leo moons, you know, like just head on, okay, I can handle anything, it's all good, I'm in a perfect mood, you know, like all is great. Although you can have temper tantrums also, because Leo has this, but you know, like you just want to have a good time. Like that's the Leo moon. I want to have a good time, I want to make others feel good around me, I want to do the dignified thing, I want to give to others, I want to receive acknowledgement and love for it, and I want to see people to see how beautiful I am. Oh my God, it's like the comments. I thought I will get this at some point. At some point, like I report it as unwanted comments. Yeah. So, guys, don't distract me with stupid comments. Sorry, but it's astrology. So I'm really not here to talk about crazy stuff. I know YouTube is an open place, but I would demand that you guys just respect the platform and the requests that are coming from people that actually care about astrology. Okay, so yeah, generous, loving energy. With Sagittarius, then Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and I always talk about Jupiter as that open energy that comes towards people. So I would say that first of all, you must have a very pleasant demeanor, because Libra is very pleasant. People like Libras usually, like people love being around Libras because of that harmony, you know, and because of that, you know, exactly the right amount. Yeah, a jokester, yeah. Yeah, because Leos are jokesters. Leo moons like to entertain others, and then if you get the Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius are jokesters as well. So if you have the Sagittarius rising, you have that open energy that kind of welcomes everyone, kind of is open to new ideas, it's open to trying things. I said generous, I said beauty loving, then open to trying new things, to trips, to, you know, like good experiences, new people, all of this. So you can also be the life of the party. Like that's a combination for someone that really is the life of the party, or someone that really knows how to entertain others, really has a lot of friends, really has, you know, like a pleasant demeanor on other people. Where I would see the problem here is that you could also just give too much of yourself in a way. Like Leo moons feel like, okay, I'm that strong, I can do anything, I don't need to take back, I can just give to others, and I can be like, and at some point you might just be scared to recognize, okay, I need attention or help for myself, or I need, you know, like I need support for myself. I'm not always the jokester, I'm not always the life of the party, I'm not always like the most cheerful, best dressed, nicest person in the room. Sometimes I might be a bit more frail, but I think Leo moons sometimes don't realize this about themselves. I have to do a series, guys, about fire moons and how we don't recognize our own limits, and how we go beyond our limits so many times and don't know where to stop. So I think that could be the disadvantage of it. Definitely a combination where you could be in arts. I see fashion working very well. Also just public speaking, because of the Sagittarius. I don't know where your Mercury is and all of this, but you could be very good at motivating other people. You could be very good at communicating. You can be very good at art and transmitting, you know, like kind of selling your fashion, your products, your you know, like being an artist somehow, or being someone that creates for the others and shares with the others, because that willingness, you know, like to bring joy to the others comes through that. So through art, through beauty. Yeah, and one thing, I think it's a very lucky combination as well. Both three signs are very much driven by luck, so I would think that you attract easy finances. So money floats to you, and through, you know, like just when you keep the energy high and you keep the positive state, things flow to you and come to you. And I would just, yeah, I would cultivate that, and I would keep it alive and benefit from it. I would know about my charisma, I would know about my charm, and yeah, I would use it to succeed in life. I think that was most that I had to say. Your Mercury is in Scorpio. Okay, this gives yeah, this gives a bit of a twist to it. Like, okay, Mercury in Scorpio cares about deeper subjects. So then I would really say about public speaking, or, you know, like influencing people. Mercury in Scorpio kind of likes to influence people. Okay, Sagittarius loves freedom. Yeah. Well, definitely, Jupiter loves freedom. Totally. But to be honest, all fire sign love freedom to a sense, in the sense of being able to self-express. And Sagittarius energy loves freedom more because it's also mobile energy. So mobile energy is not contained. But someone with a lot of fire needs to be able to self-express, and whatever puts that self-expression down is not good. It's not good for fire. If you try to put fire down, to water it down, or to stop its expression, that's not a good thing. Okay, let me see. Mercury in Scorpio is not an introvert, but there's, so I have experience with Mercury in Scorpio, and I have a Mercury in Pisces, and I can talk with Mercury's in Scorpios a lot about very deep things that most other signs will, it's nonsense, or, you know, like digging deep into the subconscious, into the more esoteric things of life, into the, like, Mercury in Scorpio kind of likes to go into that. And I don't know if Libra is necessarily, or Leo, that. Sagittarius also likes philosophy, but I would say that Mercury in Scorpio like brings in the depthness and the more serious side of analyzing things from a more spiritual sense somehow, to the core. Pisces, tender hearts. Yeah. Nobody puts Wavery in the corner. Yeah, Pisces are very tender hearts. Yeah, I agree with that. Luckily I have some Aries to compensate for it. Okay, so Uncle Dan, let's do, I'm a Scorpio, Mercury, Scorpio, Moon in Cancer. Oh, that's so sweet. Like, yeah, that's very deep. That's very emotional. That's on a total different area. If you know your rising sign, I can do your rising as well. Let me go into Leo, Sagittarius. I just want to do this one because it's like, it's on fire. Okay, guys, so I need to talk a bit more general, because Uncle Dan, you're a guest usually on this broadcast, so you probably, I don't know if I've done this combination before, but I'm just gonna talk a bit about fire moons, so you guys understand what's going on there. One thing which I realized about fire moons is that the moon is made to contain water energy. So the moon is made to contain things. And if you put fire onto the moon, it doesn't properly manage to contain it. It kind of blows it up. And that's what's happening with Aries moon, Leo moon, Sagittarius moon, just in different senses. And then I go into the modalities of the signs, you know, like Aries is driven energy. So if an Aries moon wants something and is fixated on something, they're going to be so fixated on that. And they don't know their limits. They don't know where to stop. Then Leo wants to give so much and wants to magnify that energy that it has in itself. And again, they don't know their limits. They don't know where to stop. They don't know where the party stops, you know, like they don't know, okay, this party is too much, now I'm gonna retreat in myself. And then Sagittarius, even more, because you have to understand, Sagittarius is like spread energy. Sagittarius cares about this and that, and it spreads all over. So Sagittarius is my favorite sign in the zodiac, but one thing about Sagittarius is that it spreads its energy so wide, so many times, it stretches itself so much, so it puts itself under a lot of pressure without at any point noticing this or knowing this. So they just give so much, they are just interested in so much, they do this and they do that, they don't feel they have limits ever. Like they don't feel like, oh, I cannot do this, I can do anything. So going back to Leo, Sagittarius rising and Sagittarius moon, open energy. I can do anything. I can do life of the party, definitely. Jokester, definitely. Pleasant personality, warm-hearted, natural, spontaneous, fun, exciting, all of this. But at the same time, not knowing, you know, like when it gets too much, when I'm spreading my energy too thin in too many places. So the rising sign is how you come across, and someone with Sagittarius rising comes across as very open to people, comes across as open to philosophies, open to different experiences, open to so many things in life, comes across as a lucky person as well, because you have Jupiter on your first house. So you're like, you can also just come across, you know, like that person that it's a bit larger than life, or laughs too much, or is too open, or is too, you know, like too, the personality that fills up a room. That could be Sagittarius rising. And I think if you have a Leo sun, and then you have a Sagittarius moon as well, so on the inside you're also that larger than life personality. So you really care about all these things, and you really care about experiencing everything, and you really care about philosophy, you really care about, you know, like finding out about life in all senses, in all ways. I would say someone like this might have problems turning down invitations, for example, for parties or trips, or might have trouble, you know, like putting a limit to how much they give to others, how much they do for others, how much they experience, how wild they can get, how much they can party, how much they can, you know, like overcome their limits. So I think it works well together, because Leo kind of contains it a bit. The fixed signs, and I don't say this in a more negative way, but the fixed signs are a bit more, not egoistic, but more self-centered. That's, you have to understand, like mobile energy is very open, it's so spread, and that's why many mobile signs, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgos, Gemini, are so spread, and they lose themselves in other people and all of this stuff. But when you have the sun in a fixed sign, the fixed sign is like fixed energy. I'm not gonna lose myself. I'm just gonna, you know, like have a stable ground in who I am and what I stand for. But at the same time, you want to give so much. So Leos want to give, want to make others feel good, and Sagittarius also wants to make others feel good. So plus experience a bit more. So you might just like to taste all the types of food in the world, like really travel everywhere, have philosophical discussions for hours, have loads of friends over, have, you know, like have a very like open heart and open life for other people, and letting them all in, and not putting any boundaries and saying, okay guys, this might be too much, you should go home, or, you know, like very lively, very natural. All fire placements are so natural and so heartwarm, positive, good people, but at the same time not knowing how to put the fence around you. I would say someone like this could really do something in variety is the spice of life. I agree. I'm a mobile sign, so plus Jupiter really loves variety. Like Jupiter is like, That's why I love Sagittarius as well, because nothing is impossible, guys. And really, if you have this mentality, like nothing is impossible, like all is possible, everything can be done, you know, like you can expand things to limits that you never thought before. But at the same time, that could be too strenuous on the body, we're just humans, we're not made to expand beyond the stars. We're not, you know, like, and Sagittarius moon, yeah. So sometimes we don't realize that we have limits, that we have this body, you know, like that we cannot grow beyond everything. But Sagittarius doesn't think like that. And fire signs usually don't think like that. They just like to experience everything. Okay, guys, so that was Sagittarius rising, moon, and Leo sun. I'm just gonna do one more, and I wanted to do Scorpio, moon, Cancer, rising is in Libra, sun plus moon in Scorpio, and okay, so sun in Scorpio. Thanks so much. Yeah, let me know if you're a larger than life personality. I would tend to believe that you are, Uncle Dan, but I don't have proof yet. Maybe you need to come on a live one day and like show this very Leo Sagittarius personality out there. Okay, so I said Scorpio, sun, Cancer, moon, Libra, rising. I've decided I'm moving to the UK. Yeah. I'm waiting for you guys. We can do these shows live. Now we're getting out of this pandemic, so we can we can go to the park and do them. Okay. So I'm that Libra sun, that Libra rising gives a bit of a twist, but I would start with okay, so Scorpio sun, Cancer moon, Libra rising. Let me start with the Libra rising to take it out of the equation. So Libra, I talked about it, rational sign, rational, mind before feelings, balance, harmony, all, you know, like if you do things from your there's different ways of interpreting energy, and I interpret energy between water, fire, and air, for example, very differently. And so the same with earth. So air is very rational. You have to think, and if you put things into a rational perspective, if you put things into that, you know, like if you elevate them to the mental level more, there's not so many ups and downs. There's a bit more harmonious energy, especially in Libra. There might be change of ideas which influence, but Libra is a very harmonious energy, just because Venus is in that air energy, you know, and it's tempered. Venus is tempered anyways, because it goes into hi, happy to have new people on here. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you're very rational, because I'll go to your, first of all, guys, understand me. If you're talking about yourself, the first sign that you need to understand is your moon sign. If you don't understand your moon sign, you don't understand yourself. So I'm gonna get to your moon sign. But rising sign, so your interface to people might be a lot more balanced, a lot more, you know, like put into perspective. A lot more people would think, okay, this person has their ish together, you know, like they have their ish together. They are under control of their feelings. You have a very you might have a very diplomatic way to come across. One combination which I saw though with Scorpio and Libra is a very cunning sense of, you know, like of interpreting people and knowing how to, you know, like you see beyond the surface in a lot of people, because Libra is also very smart and very perceptive. It just communicates in a very diplomatic way, but it sees things and it knows how to exploit them in a way that's favorable for it. Like so I would say someone that has a Libra rising and a Scorpio sun knows how to come across very pleasant, knows how to influence others in a very pleasant, diplomatic way. Okay, but then we go into water energy, and we said water energy has a totally different vibration. Water energy, so if Libra and air energy is a bit more on the surface and harmonizing things, water energy goes very, very deep. And you can get lost in emotions. Like water is emotion. And I have 3 interpretations of how each one of the water signs deals with emotion. Cancer is the cardinal sign and the first water sign, and the more, like raw emotion energy. So they deal with it more front on, like they really go with the punches, like you really go with those mood swings and all of this. Scorpio kind of contains the energy, and Pisces kind of disperses it, like mobile, like it focuses in 1,000 places. So your sun sign, Scorpio, always strives to keep things under lock, like you have a lot of emotions, because we are emotion, like water signs are emotions, and especially if you have a moon that's in a water sign, then you need to understand and respect that moon. You need to understand and respect those emotions. You need to nurture it. And I have a video on Cancer moon. It's my favorite, one of my favorite moons. I say this about Leo, but also Cancer moon in a way that's very, very moving. I love Cancer moon. But as I was saying, Scorpio contains emotion. So Scorpio would feel very happy if they would not feel happy, because it's not a happiness for it, but you keep it under wraps, like I'm not gonna share it with the world. If I keep it in, if I master it and keep it safe for everyone, like if I keep my emotion like locked and safe, then I will have no one kind of take advantage of my emotions, like I will not crumble down. I will not show my weaknesses fully. I will be like really like stably holding emotions and going through life, achieving things, doing things, and persevering by holding the emotions stable. That works for a Scorpio sun, let's say if they have a Leo moon or so. But if you have a Cancer moon needs to express how they feel. Like it's difficult to know how that you feel, because Cancer moon really is that moon that kind of takes in all emotions, and it changes. It goes from up to down. You can be really high up now, you can be down the next. One thing about Cancer moon, it's so open and wants to nurture. Like Cancer moon is, I call it the heart of gold, because it's like so open and so, like it wants to give from that positive emotion, from that love out. It wants to nurture people, like it wants to take care, and you take care of those around you, like that, of those that are really close to you, and you want to make things like cozy for them, and you want to make them feel all protected and wrapped up in love. And at sometimes Cancer moon doesn't get that back, and I get emotional about this. Sorry guys, I'm a water sign as well. So it doesn't get that back, so it feels like, okay, I'm all drained of emotion, and there's so much, so much that I'm giving out, and why am I not receiving the same? So I think that's one thing with the Cancer moons, where it's I love the people around me. It's like really, Cancer moons are so sweet and so loving towards those around them. Like that's their family. Like for a Cancer, family is so important, and those that are so close to them, that's their heart and life. And when they don't get that back, they feel like a bit drained and sad. Water moons are yeah, they can get up and down, you know, like water moons feel everything. And if you think of the moon, thanks so much, guys, thanks. I'm getting a bit emotional about this because of the Cancer moons that I had in my life. Yeah. So water moons like need to acknowledge those feelings and need to say, okay, I don't feel as nourished now, and I need to recharge myself. I need to receive more for myself. I need to really pick myself up and charge myself with more love. So I think sometimes that works through giving more, but at times you just need to like, okay, acknowledge, okay, these are my feelings. I feel my boundaries have been trespassed. I think that's the problem with a Cancer moon. Sometimes Cancer moons give so much and they don't have boundaries. But I would think that a Scorpio sun can really help, you know, like, okay, if someone is messing with my feelings, I'm gonna burn you back. And I think this is where water signs get what people call vindictive, or you know, like when they give too much, they put themselves out there and they really like give so much, and then people are not respecting their boundaries, and then they put boundaries up, or you know, like they are like, okay, I'll show you a bit of your own medicine, or you know, like this is where water signs have really gone too far in giving, and people are not acknowledging and not being as nice back, and this is where they put the walls up. So I would say Taurus moon is very powerful. Yeah, it's very powerful because Taurus moon is very balanced. It's not so emotional as a Cancer moon, but the beauty of a Cancer moon is, you know, like that energy that flows through it is being shared then with the world and given to other people. Yeah, so they want to make home of their environments. It's a journey. Exactly. And understanding that, and understanding when to persevere, because cardinal signs persevere. Aries rising, okay. Aries rising might make you a bit more standing up for yourself than I think the Libra rising really harmonizes well, but also can put, again, I'm talking about that giving energy of Libra. So Libras can also give a lot. So I think finalizing now with the Scorpio sun, Libra rising, Cancer moon, again, a very giving energy, there for others, there for those that are very close to them. Very perceptive, seeing a lot of things, understanding a lot of things, knowing how to interpret. Your strong side your strong side has to do with your emotions and empowering your emotions. So I think many times, and probably also Scorpios more than any other water signs, but water signs are bad on themselves because they feel so much, you know, like, oh, I'm feeling so much, or I'm too weak for my emotions, or I'm too weak for people, or I'm like too giving for people. I would take the force out of that, know that I'm a person that's very strong emotionally, know that I'm a person that can give more love than most other people can, and just shares their heart with other people, and that makes them invaluable in the life of others. And own that, and own it, and say, especially because you're a Scorpio, Scorpios are badass, say, I'm badass, but I'm also very emotional, and I'm very loving, and I need to be respected for being this loving and this giving and this, you know, like I need to be respected for having this open heart for people, and caring. I need the fact that I care needs to be respected. And other things where you're good, yeah, emotional intelligence, that's a Cancer thing. It's to the max. There are so many good businessmen that are Cancers just because they have that emotional intelligence, the EQ. And because you have the Libra also, that diplomatic side, you could be very good in business, you could be very good at influencing people, you could be very good in interpersonal relationships, and kind of also a counselor or a therapist, or like getting people out of bad places, but also like in business, just getting a lot of results just through understanding the emotions of others and translating them. uh, yeah, yeah, okay, good. I'm happy you guys liked it. I'm gonna finish this because as I told you guys, I had the vaccine and not feeling so great today. I usually try to keep this for 45 minutes. Psychology, yeah, I was thinking like you could be a good therapist, or like getting out of people, getting the inner depths, the inner emotions, getting to the core of people, and having them share with you, and through that catharsis, kind of like empowering others as well. There where we feel our weakest is where we have actually something to give also to the to others, like we have something to. Sometimes we learn how to do things better through empowering others to do it. Like that's, like we heal ourselves through healing others. So understanding powerful emotion is very important. Okay, guys, so until next weekend, I'll try to do this around 5 in the afternoon, again UK time, 5-6. Until next weekend, I'm Aries Moon Girl. I care about the stars, but most of all I care about you, and this is why I do these videos. Thanks so much. Bye bye.